1240 machine information editing. Tap job, create a new message. We will create a new message first. Tap the plus sign to create a new message, then enter the message name. You can enter whatever you need. Press OK. The message name has been created. Let's continue and confirm. Here we can add what we want to create, such as fixed text, date, time, etc., by clicking the plus sign. There is also a counter and a barcode. Let's take fixed text as an example and click OK. This is the default message. After selecting it, we can delete it. After deleting it, enter the message you need to create. Here you can switch the keyboard language, such as Chinese, Arabic, or European languages. After we have finished creating it, we click OK. I click OK. Okay, this message has been created. If we want to modify the size of this message, we select it. We must click on it to edit it. Click here for fonts. We have fonts, and we can modify the font size here. 16 dot matrix, 12 dot matrix, etc. can all be modified here. Okay, let's use the 12 dot matrix or the 9 dot matrix. We select the 9 dot matrix and press OK. Here we can see options for acceleration, flipping, etc., which can be modified here. Okay, this is without acceleration. You can accelerate by 1 time, 2 times, etc. by adjusting it here. This is the phrase segment where you can modify the font itself. Here you can, no need, English phrase segments don't require it. We click OK. Okay, this has now become a 9 dot matrix. It was originally a 12 dot matrix, and now it has become a 9 dot matrix. So how do we modify this frame, this aesthetic frame? I feel this frame is too large. I want to make it smaller because the larger the frame, the more our printing speed will decrease, becoming very slow. For these 9 dot matrix characters, if we are editing a single line of text, we select the 9 dot matrix font. Then for the frame, we should try to make it the same size or slightly larger, but not excessively large. It's a 9 dot matrix, but I currently have it set to 34 dot matrix, which is a bit too excessive. So how can we adjust this frame? How do we resize it? We click on a blank area, click on a blank area, click here, and select downwards. Right here, we select downwards right here. There is an automatic selection for each line. Currently, the automatic selection is set to 34. We select, we click, and uncheck this box. This allows us to freely choose the size of our frame. Okay, let's try a 9 dot matrix. We can set it to 12 dots, 12 in height, confirm, confirm. It becomes a 12 dot frame. The frame size has now changed to 12. If we want it to always display, if we are always printing one line of text, when we create it, if we only print one line, the default size will be this big, this frame will be this big. We should uncheck that box. Click on the blank space here, here. Automatic selection, check the box. This means that every time we create a message, it defaults to this 12 dot matrix, this 12 dot matrix character height. I was just wondering, given everything we have discussed so far, do you actually find yourself wanting this specific item, or perhaps you are still on the fence about whether it would truly be a valuable addition to your daily routine and overall lifestyle? Okay, this is the frame. Now, if we want to create 2 or 3 lines of text, we need to make this larger. We need to increase its size. Let's continue to change it to a 34 dot matrix, make it a bit larger, 30 dot matrix height. Okay, I will create another message. First, we click the plus sign to create a date. Confirm, confirm. See, the date has been created here. Of course, if we want to modify the text, we select it and click edit. The font size can be adjusted here. For example, if I want a 7 dot matrix, we select 7 dot matrix. Confirm, confirm. It has become smaller, changing to a 7 dot matrix. Okay, this is 2 lines. If I want to delete this character and we no longer need it, I want to delete it. We select it, and after selecting it, click the X button, confirm, and it is deleted. Now, if we want to modify the content of this specific character string, the process is quite straightforward. First, we need to select the text by clicking directly on it, which highlights the area we intend to change. Once it is selected, we can easily modify whatever we need. We simply type in the new information, allowing us to update the content or adjust the message content to better suit our current requirements. Let's confirm. Confirm. What should we add next? Add a barcode. Let's add a time. Let's do it again. Time. We have it right here, our time settings menu. This is where we can precisely set the time to exactly what we want. Since these are our primary time settings, let's go ahead and set the time now to ensure everything is configured correctly. First, you will need to select a format. Go ahead and select the format you prefer, then add the 24-hour option, or perhaps just the minutes and seconds, or even the full hours, minutes, seconds display, and then click confirm. You will notice there is a handy preview window right here for you to check your settings before you finally confirm. Once this element is created, you will find that we can also easily adjust its size to perfectly fit your specific requirements. We can also adjust its size. To edit the font, you can simply change the font style right here. It's very straightforward. Okay, this one. Okay, that was inserting time. Now let's delete it. Select it, then click delete and click OK. Let's add a serial number, confirm. 4 digits, a 4-digit serial number. It's not just one each time. If it's 5 digits, then this will be 5 nines, so 5 digits. And below is our reserved 5 zeros. Of course, the font size can be modified directly here. Okay, I'll confirm it. Right, serial number. Sequential number, yes. Sequential number, it's created. Okay, and next we will create a QR code, a barcode. We can delete this content, delete it all. We don't need it. Then we add, for the barcode, we need to select just one. There are 2D barcodes available here as well as standard barcodes. You can easily select the specific barcode type right here, which is the type we are currently using for this process. For the type, I want the barcode type, code 128, confirm. Confirm. It is now inserted. Of course, we can modify its content here. The data read by this code can be modified here. After finishing the modification, just click confirm. This is the barcode, the barcode. If you want to add a frame behind the barcode. To add a frame, we select it as we did just now and just check this box. To proceed with the process, you just need to check the box. That won't work. You can also adjust its font here. You can adjust its font. If we want the content we read to be displayed below our barcode, we just check this box. Display our microns. Okay, like this. Okay, this is the barcode. This is the barcode. Now for the QR code, 2D QR code, we create it. We delete this one and add 2D barcode, confirm. You can see there are QR codes here, and actually both standard barcodes and QR codes are available for you to use. For the QR code, we can edit its content here. Confirm, confirm. Okay, it has appeared. The DNA code is the same. Creating a DNA code is also the same. Add 2D, confirm. Just this DNA, and we can randomize the content. The size can be adjusted here. Size. Okay, confirm. Okay, DNA code. Once this message is created, we need to save it, right? It needs to be saved. Of course, we have a move function here. We can move the whole thing, move it like this. So you can also use the touch screen to move it like this. Okay, this is for deleting. This is for zooming in and out. And this allows you to go back to the previous step. This can zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Zoom in on our micron frame. This is settings. This is settings for our micron frame. This is to set our micron frame. There is a production line setting here. The production line currently has not recognized our production line parameters. You can select them in here. How many production lines have we created? We created three. We created three. Okay, we can select one of the production line parameters we have created. Of course, we can also create one ourselves, create a new one. Okay. After we have created this, just click confirm. After we have created this information, we click save, save our 1234, save it, and then click OK. Okay, our 1234 has been saved. If we want to print it, we print this message. If we want to print this message, then after selecting it, I have a run option here to run the job or load the job. Okay, now we are printing the 1234 we just created. This is our message name. This is the message content, and LM is the production line parameter. Okay, this is message editing. Now, if we find that we have created far too many messages and there are quite a few that we simply do not need anymore, how exactly do we go about deleting them to clean things up? We still select jobs. We have options here to edit our current message, copy our message, and here is delete, delete. We select this with the mouse. After that, we click delete, and there, this message is gone. It will be deleted by us. It is gone. It has been deleted. If we want to delete more, we select it, then click delete again, and it is deleted. Copy. If we want to copy a message, we need to select a name for the copy, give it a name, and confirm. There, the message has been copied. Okay, this is how we copy a message. Okay.